Now, the recent floods in the Western Cape and Eastern Cape, as well as KwaZulu-Natal, has brought housing and infrastructure issues to the fore. Is enough being done to adopt risk-informed urban planning, which could help in mitigating the risks of natural disasters? To help us discuss this, we're joined by Professor Ivan Turok. He is the Distinguished Research Fellow in the Equitable Education and Economies Division at the Human Sciences Research Council. Prof, thank you so much for your time. How badly do natural disasters affect the economy of, an area, not even a country, but even just from municipal level, for example?
Oh, well, thanks very much for the invitation. Disasters can be very, very problematic, destroying infrastructure, undermining the economy, preventing people from going to work. They're very profound, and unfortunately, they're getting more frequent with climate change and more extreme weather events.
And, when it comes to, for example, the fact that the natural disaster, even on a national level, sometimes their plans are inadequate for a natural disaster that might be happening for a second time in an area. I know that sometimes, there is no adequate time between the first strike and the second one, but how can they improve on this?
Well, essentially, there are four dimensions to disaster management, right? The first one is to prevent the disaster in the first place. That's really the best approach as far as possible, when it's possible, to avoid the whole thing happening at all, right? The second approach is to prepare properly for a disaster. So we know at some point there will be a disaster. If we are well prepared, then we'll minimize the impact of that disaster.
Yeah.
The third dimension is the response and the relief efforts when it happens, to quickly help people affected by the disaster.